Welcome back to John Reads. Today I'm going to talk about my second read of 2017 that also fulfills a requirement for my 2017 reading challenge. The requirement that it fulfilled was a book about time travel, and it is this book that I'm going to tell you about is also on Amazon's 100 books that everyone should read list. Now, the book is A Wrinkle in Time, and I actually started this book a couple years ago. Read a few pages in, wasn't really feeling it, and then I didn't finish. So the little tidbit about the book is that you have these three kids, Meg, Calvin, Charles Wallace, and they go on this literally otherworldly journey to rescue Charles Wallace and Meg's father. Although they have no idea what he's in or what kind of trouble he's in or why he even needs to be rescued, they just know that he hasn't been home in a really long time, and his letters that he would write to their mother have stopped. So that's a little bit about the book. I always like to start with the negative because I just want to get out of the way. The main one for me in this book was the Christian undertones the entire way. There's bad, evil, there's light and dark. There's actually a part where some of the people that these kids interact with, they're actually called guardian angels, messengers of God. If I would have known going in, then that would have been fine. But I had no idea that it was going to be like that because I've never read anything by this author. Another thing that I didn't like about the book was the names of the characters and the descriptions of some of the things that they were interacting with. I mean, Mrs. What's-It, Mrs. Who, the Black Thing, It. I mean, I know if you haven't read this book, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But I just thought the character, I mean, some of the descriptions and the character names, I didn't like it at all. I mean, for instance, their father, when they actually start interacting with him later on in the book, they just call him Mr. Murray. Another thing is that the book goes by awfully fast, and I'm not really sure why. Like I said, these kids they literally go to other planets, and you get no description of them. I mean, just nothing. It's like, why am I not getting a feel for what these other worlds are like, or life on these other worlds, or anything? In my opinion, there's just minimal detail throughout the book. The last thing, this might just be my own preference, is that I actually would have liked for the three characters, Meg, Charles Wallace, and Calvin, to be adults. Now, I don't really have any basis for that. I just felt like the story would have worked even better and would have been more interesting than it was if it had been adults. Because, like I said, it goes by super fast, so it's really hard to imagine, like, these kids have a weird meeting with a woman during a storm one night, and the next day, they're time traveling. As an adult, hey, you can make whatever choice you want to. I find it hard to believe that kids would make that choice, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking a little bit too much into it. I really enjoyed the relationship between Meg, Calvin, and Charles Wallace. Now, my favorite character, and I don't know if this is a common thing, but my favorite character, without a doubt, was Charles Wallace. I felt like how young he was, and I mean, honestly, kind of how brave he was. But again, it was one of those things where they met Calvin, and then they're time traveling. I mean, it's like, why are you going so fast, book? So I thought it was really quick. I thought the story was okay. I didn't think it was anything great. Like I said, I thought it would have been better if you would have got more description from these other worlds and these things that they were having to interact with and they're having to go against. But that's just me. Overall, I thought it was a good book. Nothing great, nothing terrible. Will I continue the series? Right now, I'm gonna say no. Just because it's just written for a young reader. I'm not sure I'm gonna be interested in it in future books. So that's all I have for today. Let me know in the comments if you've read A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. Maybe you enjoyed it more. Maybe you had some different thoughts than I did. Let me know in the comments. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button too, so you can keep track with my 2017 reading challenge that you can see I'm already getting off to a good start on. And I'll see you next time.